Hey guys, Retro Gaming Goffy and I am back with another deck review for you guys. I know this deck's already been done to death, but I thought I'd get my perspective in there. And if you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss another episode. And let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck. And also, thank you all for viewing all my other videos up to now. If you haven't seen any of them, really give them a watch. Let me know what you think about those as well, and even hit a little like if you like it. If you don't, well, I had any bad reviews so far, so I'm quite happy to hear about that. Well, see that in fact. But I suppose I ain't really had any good reviews either, and no good, not many likes either. But I suppose no negative likes is better than, or no likes is better than no negative likes. So anyway, let's get this review on the way. This deck review on the way, should I say? Right. So start off, we have 2 Yugioh Lord of Syrian Flames. I'm hopefully not going to have to go through all these effects with you because the cards have so much text in them. I'm just going to show you them, and by all means, have a little look on Google if you want to go in more detail with this deck, because I personally don't really have much time. I've just got enough time to show you what I've got. 2 Yugioh Lord of Phantasms. Next we have 2 Hamon Lord of Striking Thunders. Now, these Sacred Beasts are all replicas of the Egyptian god cards, but obviously they're Sacred Beasts. Personally, they're not as good, but they are pretty, I won't say they're pretty competitive, but they are nice, regardless. 1 Yugioh Lord of Phantasm Shimmering Scraper. Basically, it's a card that's mainly for Yugioh. Basically, it lets you double its attack, and if this card is in the graveyard, you can tribute 1 monster and add this to your hand. So it's a nice little addition to the Sacred Beast. All these Sacred Beasts have their own variants of spells and traps, but obviously because Yugioh is a monster that requires it's a monster that can only be summoned through tributing monsters. It only made sense that they made an effect monster for Yugioh, but they made continuous spells for Haman, and obviously they made continuous traps for Yugioh. Next we have 2 Dark Summoning Beasts. Really nice card. It's much easier to summon out the Sacred Beast cards if you have these. If you have this on the field, you can just tribute this and special summon the Sacred Beasts. But the cards have been out for quite a while now, so I don't really feel like I need to go through much of the description of the Sacred Beasts themselves or any of the other cards that support them. Chaos Core. Basically can't be targeted for an attack, I think. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, basically, it lets you send the Sacred Beast to the graveyard, and this card gets a counter for each one. And it's basically got protection for as long as it has counters on it. It's a nice little way to get the Sacred Beast to the graveyard without drawing them into your hand. Although you want them in the hand for you to summon them, but if you wanted something really big, it's necessary to get the beast in the graveyard. Plus, there are ways of getting the cards out of the graveyard as well. Next, we have 3 Dark Beckoning Beasts. This is a really nice card. It lets you, when it's normal summon, it lets you summon out a free monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. And considering, apart from the Sacred Beast, every other card that supports them has 0 defense and 0 attack, this card really helps out. It has other abilities, but again, if you want to know what they are, Google them. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but you can understand my reason why. The text is so long, this video would just be here for another decade or so before I get around to actually discussing what these cards do individually. Oh, hang on a minute. Did I say I had 2 Dark Summoning Beasts? Oh, I do apologise. I actually have 3. Sorry, I just found it in literally at the bottom, mixed up between Dark Beckoning Beasts and another card I'm going to show you. I actually do have 3. So, yeah, sorry about that. I don't have 2. Next, we have 3 Chaos Summoning Beast. Now, I really like this card. If you summon this, you contribute it and summon out a Sacred Beast from your hand. So this card is really good. Again, it does have another effect. Which one is? Let me just quickly look. Let's see. Banish this card. Add 1 Fallen Paradise from deck to hand. So yeah, Fallen Paradise is the field spell, which is actually this one, to be honest. Which is this card. Now, it's a field spell for the Sacred Beast. Sorry. I'll try my best not to get this as blurry as possible. Oops. Yeah, Fallen Paradise. If you have a Sacred Beast on the field or the Fusion card that's a combination of all 3 Sacred Beasts, you can draw a card once per turn. They can't be targeted by card effects, I think. Let's see. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So yeah, the Sacred Beasts don't have any protection as such again for themselves. So Fallen Paradise really helps because it can neutralize the ability for them to be destroyed. And it lets you draw one additional card, so 2 cards for as long as this is out in the field, as well as the Sacred Beast card or one of its fusions. Speaking of fusions, we have 3 Dimension Fusion Destruction. Now this is a really good card for the Sacred Beast. It's basically a polymerization but for Sacred Beast. It lets you banish from hand, field or graveyard fusion materials that are listed in a Phantasm Fusion monster. Then you can special summon that fusion monster from the extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, because there are conditions on these Sacred Beast fusion cards. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards in response or effects in response to this card. So yeah, this is a really good card for the Sacred Beast. It lets you bring out a really powerful monster in the process. Next, we have 3 Cerulean Skyfires. Specific spell card for Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder, hence the card's name, because that's the name of its attack in the anime, and also big massive picture there to give away the fact that it is from Hamon. And it is a continuous spell card as well, so that's very helpful. Next we have 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates. I really do like this card. Basically, when you activate this card, add one of the Sacred Beasts or one of the card that specifically lists the Sacred Beast in the card's text from your deck to your hand once per turn. You can discard 1 card, special summon 1 Fiend monster with 0 attack / defense from your graveyard once per turn. If you control 1 level 10, you can add 1 continuous spell from the graveyard to your hand, but you can only use this card. The activation of this card once per turn. So this is a really nice card. Given the fact that it's also a continuous spell, it helps out Hamon. It lets you search out one of the Sacred Beasts or any of the cards that's got the card's names in the text. So it's basically a searching for any card in this deck. Well, at least 95% of it. But it's a really nice card because as soon as you activate it, you get a new card. And yeah, there's also a special summon effect as well, and some other text. Again, these things are not as bad as Pendulum monsters, because they have a lot of text in the Pendulum effect as well as their own generic effect. But if the text is massive, I'm going to be here all day. Like I say, I'm not going to go through all the cards' effects. I've just gone through certain ones. Recurring Nightmare. Seems like there's a lot of cards in the deck that has dark monsters that have got 0 defense. This card really can recycle them from the graveyard back to your hand. So that's helpful. Now, we have on the trap cards 3 Hyper Blaze. Again, that's a card that's specifically for Sacred Beast, in this case Yugioh, and its name is Hyper Blaze in the anime. Nice little trap card. It basically gives you the alternate effect. The anime had where if Yugioh was destroyed, you can just send 1 trap card to the graveyard and basically bring it back from the graveyard to the field. This card, however, has a very similar effect. You can special summon 1 Yugioh, Lord of the Syrian Flames. You can use trap cards face down. It's the same with Cerulean Skyfire. You can use spell cards that are face down as long as if Cerulean Skyfire is on the field. Once per turn, when an attack is declared involving Yugioh, Lord of Syrian Flames, you can send 1 trap card from your hand, deck to the graveyard. Its attack and defense becomes the number of face-up trap cards on the field and in the graveyard times 1000 for the rest of this turn. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, add to hand or special summon 1 Yugioh, Lord of Syrian Flames, Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder, and Raphael, Lord of Phantasm, from your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. So this is a nice little callback to all the Sacred Beasts. You can revive any of them. So originally, it was Yugioh that could special summon itself by sending the trap to the graveyard. And thanks to this card, you can special summon any of the Sacred Beasts as long as it's face up on the field. And all you got to do is discard 1 card from your hand. So you've got the other spell card I just mentioned, which lets you add 1 card from your graveyard back to your hand if you discard a card. If you have a Sacred Beast on the field, this card lets you discard a card and you can special summon 1 of the Sacred Beasts from the graveyard to the field. So it's a nice little round the circle trick there. Next we have 3 Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. Now this card's effect changes depending on how many Sacred Beast monsters you have on the field. I'll just go through it very quickly. If you have 1, each time your opponent normal summons special summons monsters, you gain life points equal to that monster's attack. If you have 2, negate the effect of a monster your opponent controls. Negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls. If you have 3 on the field, any monster sent to your graveyard is banished instead. Once per turn, if you control a level 10 monster, you can add 1 continuous trap card from the graveyard to your hand. So yeah, that's a really nice little card. I like how all 3 of them are actually there. And yeah, another trap card for Yugioh, and it basically supports all 3 Sacred Beasts, and if all 3 of them are on the field, it decimates your opponent very badly from the sounds of it. Next, just as an extra, we have 2 powerful rebirths. Now, there's a lot of monsters in this deck that have that are level 4 or lower. So this card helps in the sense that it's a continuous trap, and it just lets you bring back one of your level 4 or lower monsters, because there's a lot of them, except Dark Beckoning Beast and any of the other Sacred Beasts. And yeah, it just gives an extra level, an extra 100 attack, and if that monster will be destroyed, destroy this card instead. So it protects your monster as well, but only for like 1 turn. But yeah, it's a nice little trap card. Right, moving on to the extra deck. We have 3 armor tiles, the Chaos Phantasm. I do like this card. Well, given the fact that it's a weak monster, but it's a powerful one at the same time. It requires all 3 Sacred Beasts to summon it. Must be first special summon from the extra deck by banishing the above monsters without the use of polymerization, which is the fusion card. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and it gains 10,000 attack during your turn only. So yeah, for a monster with 0 attack and defense, I can understand why they had to put that effect in, because it doesn't have much protection unless you have the field spell. But the 10k beater, yeah, that's really OP. But what would you rather do? Let me know in the comments below. What would you actually do? Would you play the fusion monster for a beat stick of 10 grand, or would you run all 3 Sacred Beasts, given how much support there is for them? Well, I suppose depending on the circumstances, you never know. Now we have 3. Try and get camera in there so I can see that name. Armor Tile, the Chaos Phantasm, Phantom of Fury. So yeah, this card is basically an alternative version of Armor Tile, the Chaos Phantasm, but it's got quite a unique little ability to it. So it does require all 3 Sacred Beasts again. Its name becomes Armor Tile, the Chaos of Phantasm. Well, I suppose it has to for Fallen Paradise, and given the fact it is practically Armor Tile, in fact it is Armor Tile, it's just another variant of it. Yeah, its effect is quite big. I'll let you know let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Is it better than the original Armor Tile? I don't know. Maybe I suppose the way you could use it, you could get a win condition. I don't. Yeah, like I say, I don't really know. Next, we have 3... Oh, get that out of the way. So we have 3... Oh, excuse me. 3 Phantasm Emperor, some sort of name, I can't read. I don't really know what this card does. I've never really used it. I've only got it in there because it is literally a Phantasm card. So I could read its effect, but to be honest with you, it's just an excuse just to run another level 10 fusion monster. It does require 3 level 10s, and it is a Phantasm, so you could play this. I suppose depending on circumstances you could run this, but I just put it in there just to fill up the extra deck space. So next we have some tokens. So we've got 3 Phantasm whatever token. So this is the token monster for Raphael. So every time your opponent summons a monster, you could just play one of these tokens. Next we have, I'll just get these out of the way. We have 3 Phantasm tokens. Oh, sorry. God, I really do apologize. I'm a little bit distracted. Yeah, so the Phantasm tokens are actually for Raphael. Sorry about that. The other Phantasm card is actually for another monster entirely. So I'll get to that right now. Please excuse the noise. That is my dog just having a bit of a scratch. It's got an itch. Well, it's its collar that's rattling, so I do apologize for that background noise. Next we have the side deck. So we've got 2 Chaos Hunters, 2 Phantom of Chaoses, 1 Phantom Skyblaster. So yep, that's the card for the tokens. Then we have 2 Swords of Concealing Light, 2 Allure of Darknesses, 1 Phantasmal Method. Yeah, screw it. And then for the traps, we have 1 Call of the Haunted, 2 Call of the Archfiends, card that's specifically targeted towards Archfiend monsters. A little bit of a sneeze back there. You okay? Yep, that's my dog. Next, we have... Well, finally, in fact, we have 2 Escape from the Dark Dimension. There's a lot of cards that banish themselves, so I figured it might be ideal to run this card in this deck for that reason. Being the fact that it's another continuous trap, I thought it might be ideal. So, guys, what do you think to this deck? Do you think it could be alternated? Do you think it's alright as is? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like the video, be sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I am Retro Gaming Goth, and I'll see you guys all very soon for the next video. And be sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.